Hey guys, Ray Bashir here, Blue Shield Tactical Systems. Today I wanted to talk about, quote, high-speed training, or at least what's called high-speed training. I recently had this conversation with a student that attended our course, and what he said is there was a course out there that he was looking at where you had to do a qualifier before you went through the program. And he said that you had to go run, you had to do this station, and then you had to do this station, and before you could actually take the course itself. And so I really think that, and he called it high speed. So, and of course, that goes back to the perception of the person who's going through the training, right? But the thing that the issue I have with that is if you don't have a defensive tactics program at your agency, and that's what you take back, it can really create a negative atmosphere as far as those officers are concerned that don't have the physical ability to be able to perform that way. And I know that, of course, the answer is always, well, they should have the physical ability. Well, they don't. And so the point is do we want to turn them off to defensive tactics? Do we want them to where they don't want to be there? No, the big question is how do we get people motivated? I hear that all the time. How do we get people motivated to do defensive tactics? Well, it's not going back and taking a course that is extremely physical, or actually it's just a workout program, back to them and saying, here you go, now we're going to make you work out before you can actually learn some techniques and some concepts and those kind of things. And what it does is it really puts a bad taste in your mouth for defensive tactics. And again, for the ones that didn't want to be in defensive tactics anyway, you sure didn't encourage them to want to be there. So now they really have a negative outlook towards defensive tactics. So it's just like anything else in life, guys. It's just like if we're laying a foundation for a building, we have to lay that before we start, building the structure itself. Well, it's the same thing with defensive tactics. It takes time. It takes a lot of effort. I know a lot of people that want to be instructors. They want to go get an instructor certification, but they don't really want to practice the art of being an instructor. And it is an art. It does take time. It does take a lot of effort on your part to be able to do that. And so they want the quick, fix, some of them. And so they go through these training programs and then they just regurgitate. And so they don't look at building the program and how can we make it better and how can we, have better communication with the community to make the program better. How do we get the community involved? How do we educate them? There's so much more to being a defensive tactics instructor than just going and regurgitating some techniques. So again, if you go back and you take a program that you went to and you learned it, and you were striking backs for a couple of minutes and then you went to this next station for a couple of minutes, it's really going to put a bad taste in a lot of your officers' mouth if they don't have a program in place already. So I would really reconsider that. Not to say that you can't have it and make it physical over time. You want to build up to it, of course. But again, that takes time. If you don't have a program, you don't want to start with that. Again, it will increase injuries as well. You're going to have officers that are going to be injured, and again, that's going to shut down your program completely because HR is going to call your administrators, and they're going to say, what's going on with this new defensive tactics program that you have? And we weren't having injuries before. Yeah, you weren't training before. That's the reason why you didn't have injuries. But again, they're going to start trying to evaluate why they have these injuries, and they're going to look at you as an instructor, and they're going to say, why are you doing these little workout drills? Why are you doing these other things? How do these injuries occur? And you just don't want to be on the hot seat in that type of situation. So understand, if you're going to start a new program, guys, at your agency, it takes time. And again, you're going to have to build that foundation first and build up from there. So guys, check out our website, blueshieldtactical.com. We got some great courses coming up, and we hope to see you there. Be safe out there.